You gave it your all.
True.
That's all you could have asked for.
I just got...
You just suck, apparently. That's all there is to it.
Okay, because I predicted Brock Purdy would basically get Tommy John surgery, and that, I already forgot who the linebacker was for the Bengals, would push the dude out of bounds, basically pulling a Syracuse against Clemson. I take the L, so I'm not gonna, beat around the bush and be like, oh, I lost, and all, shit happens.
3-peat! What is going on, guys? Season 3 is finally coming to an end. It is the Super Bowl special, and as always, as I have been all season, I am joined by Ben. Ben, 3 years. 3 years in a row, you are doing this challenge, and has hot food gotten any easier for you over this time?
So how about the Super Bowl?
That's a no. That is a no.
Because I don't eat hot food that much. So, or I guess spicy, whatever you want to call it.
So let's get this challenge out of the way. Obviously, I was the overall winner of Nick's picks. The final score of Nick's picks, by the way, was 159 to 153. He was up by 6 going into the AFC and NFC Championship round, and you gave me the Chiefs-Eagles. And that is our Super Bowl matchup, the Chiefs-Eagles. Thank you for that one. I'm not super happy about seeing the Eagles in the playoffs, but I didn't have to do anything to win this thing. I just had to let you choke it at the end, just like the Falcons. But anyway, let's get right into your punishment. Basically, what happens, if you guys have not seen Nick's picks at all or any Super Bowl special previous to this one, Ben will have to eat some of the hottest wings that we can get in our area. These are from Buffalo Wild Wings. We're not sponsored. But if they would like to sponsor us, that would be fucking cool. But anyways, go ahead, dig into your first wing as I get your 3 questions ready. For every question that Ben gets wrong is another wing that Ben will have to consume throughout this Super Bowl special. So,
see, it's not me trying to delay the inevitable. It's me which one is not going to be a bitch?
I think none of them. These questions are actually just going to be related to this previous season. You can eat your wing, by the way.
Oh, no, I'm just rating myself at this point. I'm just trying to delay the inevitable. All right.
These questions I'm going to give Ben are going to be based off of the previous season, so based off of stat leaders and stuff like that. This is my favorite part of every year. I look forward to this every season, to be completely honest. So the first question that I have to ask you, Ben.
Fuck!
Who were...
Oh, God. Hang on. I need a minute. My fucking tongue is on fire, dude.
I'm asking the question anyway. Who were the 2 most sacked quarterbacks in the league in 2022? A, Kirk Cousins and Justin Fields. B, Russell Wilson and Justin Fields.
B.
C, Kirk Cousins and Russell Wilson. Or D, Kirk Cousins and Geno Smith.
B, Fields and Russell Wilson. I need another drink. God fucking damn.
Is correct.
That's the one I memorized for that. I knew you were going to post something weird.
Which of these players did not have a league-leading 6 interceptions? Minkah Fitzpatrick, Justin Simmons, Tariq Woolen, and Jair Alexander. Meaning 3 of these players tied for the league lead with 6 interceptions. One of them did not.
Can you repeat that again?
Minkah Fitzpatrick, Justin Simmons, Tariq Woolen, and Jair Alexander.
Okay. I think you fucked up because
I did not. I literally just did the stats.
Tariq Woolen and Justin Simmons both had 6, so I know it's not either of them. The other 2 were, I think, Quandre Diggs and, oh fuck, what was the other name? Unless I had to look at it.
I just double checked. I am completely right. Might want to get ready to...
It's either...
You also haven't finished your first wing, by the way.
I know, I'll finish it. I'm trying to think real quick. I'm going to eat probably one no matter what. I'm probably going to finish it. I think the answer... You said which one didn't lead?
Did not have 6 interceptions.
I think the one is not Jair.
Jair is the correct answer.
Are you sure?
Minkah Fitzpatrick. Oh, of course you're going to go away now.
I hate when I do
it. Sort by interceptions. Minkah Fitzpatrick, 6 interceptions. Justin Simmons, 6 interceptions. Tariq Woolen, 6 interceptions. But Jair Alexander, 5 interceptions.
I thought Minkah wasn't.
I mean, you got it right. You guessed right out of the 2.
Oh, I get.
Yeah, you said Jair Alexander.
I'll still
the correct
here's
answer.
The thing.
You still have to finish the first.
I'm gonna still eat one / finish this one because I got the wrong 4, so I'm gonna count that as a half win.
I'll just make you finish that wing if I wasn't already going to. To be fair, I did buy these wings like 2 hours ago, so they're a little cold by now.
Fuck. I think I ate a hotter part of it. Is that even possible? Oh god, I'm crying. Oh god, what's the last question?
The final question before Ben dies over here is which running back had the longest run of the 2022 NFL season?
The one fucking stat I didn't look. I looked at reception. Fuck me.
Was it Dalvin Cook, Dameon Pierce, Josh Jacobs, or Kenneth Walker?
Do I get a 50-50?
If you finish that wing in the next 10 seconds, I will give you a 50-50.
Then no, I'll just suffer through my choice then at that point because I'm gonna either eat it or I'm gonna get the longest run. Okay, I'm gonna okay, if I'm wrong on this, then fine. It's not Dalvin Cook, correct?
It is not Dalvin Cook.
Okay. I don't think it's Kenneth Walker because he doesn't have that many long runs. I think his longest. Well, I don't know what the longest run is. The longest run could be 60 yards for all I know, and it could be Kenneth Walker. But I feel like the longest run was 90 something. Well, it was Dameon Pierce,
Josh Jacobs, and Kenneth Walker.
I don't think it's Josh Jacobs.
Okay.
Am I right on that?
You are not right on that.
It was Josh Jacobs. What was his longest?
86 yards.
What?
The second longest was Dalvin Cook, actually, with 81 yards.
Close on that one.
Third longest was actually Lamar Jackson with a 79-yarder, but then it was Dameon Pierce with a 75-yarder and Kenneth Walker with a 74. So at least this was better than last year. Ben didn't get all of the questions right. And
how is this better? It's better
this
for
is
you.
better for me and for the content, Ben. It's so much better. I like this.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Sorry.
See, I'm being kind of...
I'm going to throw up. Okay, I'm good. I don't know how I'm still good, but I'm good.
We should stop eating that one, because that one is very hot, too.
Alright. We gotta finish, because I'm going to throw up eventually.
I mean, that's it for the questions, so... I'm going to take a quick break to let him,
cool down?
Not die. And then we'll get to our Super Bowl picks. Is Ben's really hotter? It is. Oh my god.
Oh god. Okay, I'm good.
I tried one of yours.
Is it hotter or no?
Mm-hmm.
So I think I did have the hottest one thing. Mm-hmm. Fuck, it kills.
Oh my god, dude.
Here you go, man.
I'm gonna pour it into this.
Yeah, go ahead, dude. You're gonna need it. So I basically.
This is all I did.
Yeah, that'll. Now you're seeing why I couldn't finish it. I'm just like, I'm like, are you sure you want me to finish this, dude? I'm going to die.
I don't even like milk. So we are back. Ben, how you doing? I ate one with you a little bit.
That's true. He did have the one that I had, and he can agree that it was.
It was hot.
Yes.
Yeah.
For reference, this was basically up to this blue line. I am up to here now. I'm probably gonna finish this, and then my mouth's still gonna be burning.
Let's start getting into football. The Super Bowl special about Super Bowl 57 between the Kansas City Chiefs going up against the Philadelphia Eagles. The game that we are all waiting for. I mean, I'm not super pumped about the fact that it's the Philadelphia Eagles. I will be rooting very hard for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Same.
Spoiler towards my pick. But, I mean, this is going to be a great game regardless. It's hard to argue that the Philadelphia Eagles were the best team in the NFC this year. And the Chiefs, everyone kind of expected them to take a huge step back this year, but they didn't. Chiefs, they're going back to the Super Bowl for their first time after just taking a 1-year absence from the Super Bowl. They were in it just 2 years ago in their loss to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Not very new to this stage. The Philadelphia Eagles, this is their first time in the Super Bowl since 2017 when they went on to beat the New England Patriots with the Nick Foles miracle.
Was it really 2017?
It was 2017.
Why did I think it was 2018? Oh my god.
Most of the interesting things have to do with the quarterbacks and then obviously the Kelsey brothers. So this is the first Super Bowl where we have two brothers playing against each other, not coaching against each other like we had with the Harbaugh Bowl. This time we have Travis Kelce versus Jason Kelce going up against each other, the tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs. and the center for the Philadelphia Eagles. This is also basically the Andy Reid Bowl. It's Andy Reid's former team versus Andy Reid's current team of the Kansas City Chiefs. This is also the first time we have two African-American quarterbacks starting against each other in the Super Bowl, which is noteworthy in itself. On top of that, with these two quarterbacks, between Jalen Hurts and Patrick Mahomes, this is the youngest combined age between starting quarterbacks in Super Bowl history, which is kind of wild in itself. So this is set up to be a fantastic Super Bowl. These have been known for two of the highest powered offenses in the league over the last year or so. The Eagles have really taken that to the next level, taken super team to the next level, where they had the number one in almost everything, offense, defense, special teams. They checked all the boxes. So it's set up to be a very interesting Super Bowl. Obviously, both quarterbacks are a little dinged up going into this. Jalen Hurts had the shoulder injury towards the end of the season. I mean, he looked fine in both the conference championship and the divisional round, but still notable to mention. But then Patrick Mahomes a little bit more so on the fact that he's coming off of a high ankle sprain. So it's going to be a tough matchup. Before we get into our actual picks, what are some of the things that you are really going to be looking, the matchups, the key matchups that you're going to be looking for in the Super Bowl?
I think a lot of times we look at Super Bowl and even regular team matchups where you see two superstar quarterbacks. You see Mahomes and you go against Jalen Hurts. They don't really go against each other. It's kind of like them seeing who does better against their offense versus the defense. Personally, though, this might be a weird one, though. I like to see how the Kansas City defense goes against the Chiefs, or the Eagles offense. Sorry, my brain is still on these wings. Because I think the Eagles were number 1 in sacks. Number 2 was the Chiefs. I mean, it was relatively behind, but these two defenses get to the quarterback. And I think the main focal point on that Chiefs defense is Chris Jones. You can't leave him one-on-one. And if you do leave him one-on-one, he's going to get to Jalen Hurts. I'm looking at that. The Eagles O-line, which is a very good O-line.
One of the best.
One of the best against this Chiefs defense, who was not that far behind in the Eagles in sacks. So that's the trend. Battle of the trenches is what I'm looking for.
Since you're going to say that, I'll go to the flip side of that. You have arguably the most dynamic tight end in football history with Travis Kelce. And he is Patrick Mahomes' number 1 target. I mean, he was among the league leaders in touchdowns and receptions, up there with wide receivers, which is nuts for a tight end to be up there. Like you said, with the Eagles having the number 1 offensive line, they also have one of the top secondaries in the league, if they weren't the top secondary in the league, going up against the pass. So how are they going to attack this Travis Kelce-led offense, basically, or led wide receiver core? Because, I mean, it's not a huge wide receiver core. Ever since they lost Tyreek Hill, it's kind of been by committee. I mean, you added Kadarius Toney, which I think was one of the biggest additions that this team had. The production that they've gotten out of MVS all season long, I mean, those guys are really going to have to step up, because the Eagles defense is going to have to know Travis Kelce is going to have to be the guy that they're going to have to defend, because Mahomes is going to be looking his way all game long. So let's get into it. The moment we have all been waiting for, our Super Bowl 57 picks. It was honestly, it was tougher for me to come up with a score than anything else. This was, by the way, now that we have finished Nick's picks completely, I mean, if one of us is get the Super Bowl score prediction right, that'd be amazing. That's never happened before between the two of us. But this was the first time in Nick's picks history on all 3 seasons that neither of us got a score prediction right all season long. So to finally get it here in the Super Bowl special would be kind of neat. For now, let's just get these Super Bowl picks out of the way, and I guess I'll start with it because we already know that there's no way in hell, as a Giants fan, I am going to pick the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, I'm going to be a little bit analytical about this, a little bit more unbiased in my analysis of it, but I mean, obviously, in the end of the day, I am going to be picking the Chiefs, so there's going to be a little bit of bias here anyways. Look, I think if the Chiefs are to lose this game, they're going to lose this game the exact same way that they lost to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers just a couple years ago. And the offense is just never going to be able to get going against this insanely good Philadelphia defense. That's the only way the Chiefs lose this game. If the Chiefs offense gets going at any point in this game, I think that the Philadelphia Eagles are in a lot of trouble, because Jalen Hurts is young. He's very young to be in the spotlight like this. And yes, Patrick Mahomes is also young, but he's been here before multiple times at this point. So he's not shy to the spotlight at all. I think you're going to see some jitters out of Jalen Hurts. I don't think that he's going to have, an MVP caliber performance that he's had all season long. As far as the score goes, it's really tough to say how this game's going to go because no matter what, the Philadelphia Eagles are going to put up points. They're going to put up points in this game. I don't think the Chiefs' defense is good enough to absolutely shut down this Philadelphia offense. They're too talented. So it's going to come down to whether or not the Chiefs' offense can get going against this Eagles defense. And I just think Mahomes is too talented. I think Andy Reid is too talented. I think Travis Kelce is too talented. And I know it happened to them just a couple years ago against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but I don't think it's going to happen to them this time. I do think that the Kansas City Chiefs are going to put up points, and I have the Chiefs winning this game 33-27 over the Philadelphia Eagles. Not a full 7-point difference. I think there are going to be a lot of field goals early on in this game, and I think all the touchdowns and all of the late game heroics are going to come out, obviously late game. I find it hard to bet against them, and I'm going Kansas City Chiefs 33-27.
When I look at these two teams, there's one thing that stands out to me, and outside of their defense is the offense. The Chiefs' wide receiver core is still pretty banged up. Yes, they have 2 weeks to recover. Same with Mahomes and Hurts with their injuries. Everyone has some time to recover, but you look at the wide receiver core in the Eagles. A.J. Brown, arguably at number 1. Devontae Smith, arguably at number 1, and he's your number 2. Yes, Travis Kelce, in my opinion, is better than both of them as your number 1, but the number 2 for the Chiefs is MVS or Juju. Like, it is by committee, so like it is a very huge drop-off. But at the same time, you look at these two teams, and I think at the end of the day, like I said, it's going to be a matter who wins the battle of the trenches. Because at the end of the day, you saw even last year in the Super Bowl, the very last play with the Bengals and the Rams, Jamar Chase burnt Jalen Ramsey. But because he had no time to throw, Burrow basically just threw it away, and that was the end of the game. I think whoever gets the most pressure on the opposing quarterback wins this game. And as much as I do think the Eagles have the better pass rush, and they have the better secondary, I just can't.
Fuck Philadelphia! I said it earlier.
I legit, and it's because like both my friends are. One of my friends is a Chiefs fan. One of my friends is a Eagles fan. I'm okay with either of them because then they get to see their team win. But I just can't bet against Mahomes. Not after how I did in the preseason, and I basically was just getting shit on for that the entire time. So I have the Chiefs winning this game 30-24. I have it being a very, very close game, and I think the Chiefs defense is going to make a defensive stop on the Philadelphia offense to end the game. I think that's like my out there where it's going to come down to the Eagles offense against the Chiefs defense, and the Chiefs defense is going to hold still and not give the game away. I think the Chiefs win this game.
Obviously, we're going to have to get into Super Bowl MVPs here. And, I mean, I talked a lot about Patrick Mahomes, but I'm going to throw the curveball here, and I think Travis Kelce is going to get the Super Bowl MVP on this one. I mean, he's going to be Mahomes' number 1 target. And, obviously, Mahomes is going to have a great game in himself. But if Kelce catches 2 of those touchdowns and has over 100 yards as a tight end, I think you give him the MVP. So, to me, right now, Travis Kelce is probably the favorite if Kansas City is to win the Super Bowl, to win the Super Bowl MVP.
I can't really go against it. I still think it's going to be Mahomes because at the end of the day, those MVPs usually go to a quarterback. Obviously, last year was Cooper Kupp, and I think the last time it wasn't a quarterback, I think, was Julian Edelman when the Patriots beat the Rams like a couple years ago. Again, I'm not 100% certain on that, but usually it goes to a quarterback, and I do think like it's hard because I think if Travis has a good game, Mahomes has a good game too. So it's going to be tough, but I could see Kelce winning it. I just think it's going to go to Mahomes, and he'll get his second Super Bowl MVP. I'm also hoping that he wins because this will also break the MVP curse. Because if he is set to win MVP, no one who has won the league MVP has won the Super Bowl.
Well, Jalen Hurts is also set to win league MVP.
Maybe, so. You know what? We want Hurts to win MVP then. then I'm a little more confident.
So guys, I hope you have enjoyed Nick's Picks Season 3. all season long. I hope you enjoyed the Super Bowl special, more specifically. But this is not going to be the last episode of Nick's Picks. Obviously, we still have to do our season recap. I didn't do it with the intro and outro video because it turned out the intro and outro video was a little longer than I anticipated it being. We have the season recap that will be coming next week, probably. I might do it over the weekend, but I don't want it to interfere with the actual Super Bowl itself. So I still appreciate you guys joining us all season long. This pretty much does feel like the ending of the season because it is the Super Bowl. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching Nick's Picks Season 3. Drop a like on the video if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And Ben, is there anything that you want to say before Season 3 comes to an end and all these people just remember you as the person who has lost 3 in a row until next season?
Hopefully Brady stays retired so Atlanta can finish 3rd in the division. I'm kidding. That's even being optimistic. But someone was winning the NFC South with a 6-11 record, I think, next year.
Probably.
But we can get Lamar!
Thank you guys so much for watching the Super Bowl special. Enjoy Super Bowl Sunday. Stay safe, please. Obviously, drink responsibly, but enjoy the game. Have fun, and we'll see you guys after the Super Bowl. Go Chiefs! Fuck Philadelphia. Have a great one, guys. Peace.
I hate you. I want you to know that sometimes.
You know what? Fair. But at least I ate the wing too this time.
I even told Liz, I was just like, I'm going to die. But I'm alive for next season. Yay. Bye, guys!